I'm Sister Helen Negri, and I am the CEO of MaryGrove, and I've been here 26 and a half years. It's a place for kids. It's over the years it's changed a lot, but always we look for kids that have nowhere else to go, and kids who fail traditional treatment.
My name's Dave Becker. I work for MaryGrove. I've been here about 6 years, 6 years in August. I'm the Director of Residential Services here, which means I'm in charge of about 4 cottages, the rec program, the OEP program, and all the training and staff orientation.
We're part of a cluster of children's agencies, and as a cluster, a group looked at appropriate software for our services. And a decision was made about 5 years ago to go with a software that, in fact, was not a very good choice.
And nothing was evolving. Nothing was happening. Nothing was really being done. Everything, it seemed like every time you needed to change, you needed to modify something. It was very difficult. It had to go through 4 or 5 different people. Nothing was quick.
And so for 4 or 5 years, we've struggled with software that can't change. It just couldn't do what we wanted it to do. And then along came FAMCare, fell in our lap, so to speak, and it's like a breath of fresh air.
Good analogy of that is we just added a program called Arbor House, which is going to be a foster home. I called Bill that morning, and by 11 o'clock he had it already, the name in the system. Now, obviously, we didn't have all the billing linked up and all the kids linked up in this, but it was to a point where we could put a kid in Arbor House and bill it correctly within an hour and a half. That something like that probably would have taken 2 to 3 months with the old system. There had to be a better way, and some other agencies have used FAMCare before. I know it was created originally, I believe, from Missouri Alliance. We saw some of the possibilities and capabilities of it. The best thing about it is, we're building new things with Global Vision, like the mini menu. Bill was like, hey, there's got to be a quicker way to do that. Let's test this out and see how this goes. And it works out really well because we're allowed to build and grow and learn new things at the same time. Well, I met Bill and Kelly first, met Bill, and the answer was always, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, there's a way to do that. You could see the thought process behind the brains. No one's ever asked us that, so I'm sure it's capable of doing, but yeah, it can do that. And
responsive. I think my people feel supported. They feel as if they can ask the question, and it's not ever going to be looked at as, well, why are you even asking that? So it's learning for us, a lot of learning.
But the big team effort of, hey, we're going to get this done, hey, we're going to work on it, hey, we're going to do this, hey, we're going to do that. There's a lot of mutual respect. Bill knows that I'm not just sitting at a computer waiting, living in FAMCare. But he also knows that I have another job. I'm training or doing this or doing that, and that's good because he sees my schedule, I see his, and we really try to work together on a plan and an objective moving forward. I mean, there's some conversations where I talk with Bill for over an hour, where we're going through things, we're working through things, and a good incident is like when we're pulling the report for the incident reports, doing those queries and the QA stuff. He sent me some. I called him at 4 o'clock on a Thursday. By 9 a.m. Friday, he had a query to me and showed me how to look it up through the task manager system. Is amazing. That is the most amazing communication system to troubleshoot problems. I love that. I wish I could get something like that here. I think the best thing about it is it's not FAMCare. It's what FAMCare has done for the morale of the staff.
Everybody is very excited about it. And the residential staff really feel they're professional, and their input is professional because they see it. Some of them have had to learn how to use a computer, and that's not a bad thing either.
There's been several failed attempts at getting incident reports online. Before staff members at 10:30 at night, they've got to walk across campus, turn it into a slot, make sure it's filled out correctly. The next day, someone has to come by, collect all the incident reports, review them, sort them, copy them, distribute them, get them back, copy them again, distribute them to the appropriate people, and then they go in the kid's file. Right now, all they have to do is find their name, hit via email, and it's done. You know, I told our receptionist the other week, I'm like, you no longer involved in incident reports. They both gave me a hug. I mean, they don't have to deal with one of their biggest headaches. They've taken something very complex and something our staff has been promised for years. And they've been promised and we've attempted and we failed. We promised, we attempted, and we failed. This we succeeded.
So we've gone from paper, and a lot of paper, and sometimes mistakes trying to transcribe from one paper to another, to a system that allows us to do it once, do it right.
I mean, we start, to show you where we started and where we are now, okay? 7 months. We had people sit down on a computer, I said, click on the FAMCare icon. Do you know what their first question was? What's an icon? When they say 7 months, that's where we started.
Yeah.
Okay, if you ask some of our staff to turn on a computer, they couldn't do it because they don't know where the on switch is because it's always on. I mean, that's literally where we were coming from and where we are now. So from my point of view, and we're ahead of the game.
Maybe, you know, on your own, if you don't have a computer, you think, I don't need it, it's not a part of my life, and it's an expense. But then at work, when you're told you're going to have to log this in, you're going to have to figure this out, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, this is pretty neat, and look, I did this. And at times we have every other month what we lovingly call a rummage sale here, and every now and then an older computer unit will go in the sale, and people here line up to buy that. And so I think it helps people in their own lives.
Now you said you were a trainer.
Right.
How do we work through the training with you?
It's really Bill and I one-on-one. I mean, that's where we were before, and now I think we're going to bring some more people in, which I definitely think is a good idea.
So you've spearheaded it, and then you go and you train others.
Right. Bill shows me, and then like we did 2 trainings on the direct care staff. So what I did was I would do a training, 1-hour trainings, and we have 10 laptop computers. Sometimes people would share and do this. We have a training facility down by my office. And we do trainings at 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the hour, every hour. And every staff member has to come in at one of those times.
Time, money, service.
Service. Great.
Biggest benefit from MaryGrove would be that we're moving ahead and that we're expanding with the system. In this day and age with this economy, children's homes are folding. We're using technology to expand, and I think FAMCare makes it very easy to expand. I think one of the other big advantages for MaryGrove is that it's very user-friendly. What's an icon? But our people can work in this system. So going from that to being able to navigate through a web-based database, that's pretty. That says something about the system. Everybody that I've worked with has said it's so simple. I mean, those simple, easy, user-friendly. I mean, those are all things that I've been told. And I think probably the biggest benefit for MaryGrove is the morale. That's been the biggest thing that it's helped staff out, because staff now feel like, hey, you know, I can see all this stuff. I can actually read through this stuff. I can see how the logs are going. I don't have to wait to go into work to see what I'm getting in business with, or I can approve incident reports, boom, right then and there. It's very, very simple.